सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ अस्माकम् अद्यतनविषयः अस्ति अभ्यास षड्विंशति 26। अस्तु षड्विंशतिः 26। परन्तु प्रथमः वयं पश्यामः अभ्यास पञ्चविंशति। किन्तु यतः एतद् अभ्यासात् एतेन अभ्यासेन सन्धिप्रकरणं समाप्तम् इति रचनानुवादकौमुदी इति ग्रन्थस्य सन्धिप्रकरणं समाप्तम्. All sandhis have been done by Abhyasa 25, starting from Akaha Savarne Dirgaha, starting from Monuswara, Adgunaha, Vridhirechi, Akaha Savarne Dirgaha, Echoyavayavaha. We had others also. In order, and we have to see, starting from Abhyasa 9. So Abhyasa 9 had Mohanuswara, 10 Ikoyanachi, 11 Echoyavayavaha, 12 Adgunaha, 13 Vridhirechi, 14 Engah Padantadati, 15 Akasavarnedira, 16 Stohoshtunashtu, 17 Shtunashtu, 18 Jalam Jashwante, 19 Jalam Jashashi, 20 Kharicha, 21 Visarjaniyasya Saha, 22 Ator or Aplutad Aplute and Sasajusho Ruhu, 23 Ashicha, 24 Bho Bhago Agho Apurvasya Yoshi, 25 Etat Tadoho Sulopo Naisamase, Sulopo Kora Naisamase Ali. In this way, 16 sandhis have been already seen in Rachananuvadakaundi. In Prarambhika we saw, I guess, 18 sandhis, and in Rachananuvadakaundi we have seen 16, but in the end they have given some more, like how in Prarambhika also in the end they have given some. In this book also in the end there will be some more, so we will see that when we get there. Today is Abhyasa 26.
So does that mean that with this we have done the majority of the sandhi sutras?
Yes, we have done over 50% of all sandhi sutras.
All sandhi sutras.
There are about how many sutras sandhis, there are about 40, I guess, 30 to 40 total. I have to check the number, but we have finished more than 20. We finished 18 in the first book, and we have finished at least 3 or 4 more, like some were new. So and at the end of the book there are more new. Rory etc. will come at the end. Rory Sutra is one of Swamiji's favorites, and Bhashyakara Tikakara's favorites will come a lot. Rory Sutra, that will come at the end, I guess. They will give a
so
Rory.
we've done quite a lot. We've done a major chunk.
Most of the sandhis are over. Most of and the main thing about the sandhis is that, and we know this, right? When we see a long word, we are able to know more or less, more often than not, where to split it. This is like the indicator that we have finished most of the sandhis. Some that we haven't done, but are in this book. Engi pararu. This Sandhi Vichara Kha in on page 220. You can see that actually. So Sandhi Vicharaka from page 220, Eni Pararupam, Idu De Dvivachanam Pragrihya. This one came in a few days ago in our one of our classes also. Idu De Dvivachanam Pragrihya. Yaronu, this is one a well-known Sandhi, but not often you see, but it will come of course. Yaronu Nasike, Anunasiko, Va, this will come later, we will see all this, like Vak Mayam, Vang Mayam, all that is Yaronu Nasike. Torli, one of the smallest sutras, Torli, Shashchoti, Anuswarase Yegi Parasavarnaha, Naschavya Prashan, Vashari, Rori, Dralopi, Purase, Dirghonaha. These 10 we have not seen. We've seen everything else.
Yeah, but commonly connected, the word tongue and all that.
Yes, yeah. This one, Naschavya Prashan comes often in Bhashadika. Rori comes very often. Rori and Dralopi, these two are sisters. They will come often together. Anuswarase Parasavarnaha also comes. That is for Anuswara. So there is some, and Idude Divachanam Pragrihyan. These are all well-known sandhis, but we will get to them at the end of the book maybe. Or maybe even next week if you want. You can just see a quick summary. And then in that sense, if we see all those, we would have finished all sandhis. Maybe that is the way to go. Maybe we'll just take one session or two sessions just for a introduction to all the other sandhis. And then we are able to, move forward. So, but I think soon it may make sense, to finish all the sandhis. And then, even if it's a long, big word like in Adhyasa Bhashya and Bhashyatika, etc., we at least know where to split. Adhyasa 26 now. Ka Shabdani Sundarji Kripya Patate.
कर्त्र करने वाला, अर्त्र चुराने वाला, नाशक, धत्र धारक, श्रोत्र सुनने वाला, श्रोत्र, वक्त्र बोलने वाला, नक्त्र नाती, सवित्र सूर्य प्रेरक, अध्येत्र पढ़ने वाला, गंत्र जाने वाला, दृष्ट दर्शक, त्वष्ट बड़ई, धात्र ब्रह्मजी and धारक, ब्रह्मा धारक, विदात्र ईश्वर कर्ता, नेत्र नेता ले जाने वाला, निर्मात्र बनाने वाला, दात्र देने वाला, द्वेष्ट द्वेष करता, स्तोत्र स्तुति करता, ज्ञात्र जानने वाला, भोक्त्र खाने वाला,
उपभोग करता. अस्तु एकनिमिषः. कर्तृ हर्तृ धर्तृ श्रोत्र सर्वे त्रिच प्रत्ययः अस्ति. त्रिच प्रत्यय they have not given here, but it will come. It comes in this book later. There is a pratyaya called trich pratyaya. जैसे कर्तृ हर्तृ, or some people say hartri, whatever. Kartru, hartru, dhartru, shotru, vaktru, all this is trich. There is a sutra, Mul Trichau. This is the Vidhayaka Sutra of Trich Pratyaya. We see this 31113. This is, no, what is this number? I have written 31113, but it is not 31113. What is this number? What is it? 31133. Acha. 3133. This is one Vidhayaka Sutra of Trich Pratyaya. This basically says this dhat, all these shabdas that we have seen. You see the example in Karishka, karakaha karta, harakaha harta. So the nul is this ka akshara is nul, and trich is this irta, etc. So these two are given in the sense of somebody doing something. Dhator etavas taha kartari krid iti kartarthe. So somebody is doing something, so he will be karta. Somebody is nasha of something, so that person will be harta. In that sense, the trich and karakaha is also the same. Someone is doing harakaha. So these two pratyayas, they will come in the sense of doership.
Sorry, two pratyayas, which one the two?
Nul and trich.
Ul.
Nul.
Mul.
Nul. Na, vu, il. Pratyaya is nul. So this nul will become ak. Like how? Karakaha. Ak. Kar plus akaha. Or har plus akaha. So you shouldn't split that way. But that ak, when you see at the end of a word, that is nul pratyaya. Like the first half of this sutra, you know. Na, in, vu, il. Nul. And the second pratyaya is trichau. So both are coming in the sense of doership. So all the shabdas that we see here, they will all be some vala. Kartri karne wala, one who does. Artre churane wala, or one who steals, or nashaka, destroyer. Dhartre dharaka, shrotre sunne wala, vaktre bolne wala. Everything is in the sense of some doing. Naptra nati, of course, grandson. Savitra, Surya Prerak. Sun is also called Savitri. Jaise Savita, the Shabda comes from there. And also in many of the Nityakarma mantras for the sun, Savitra Shabda will come in different forms. Savitri, etc. Adhyetri.
Then for Naptri, there is this thing, I just caught my attention. Vishnu Sahasranama, we say Vyasam Vasishtha Naptaram.
Shakti Pautama Kalmasham.
Vishnu's grandson, Vasishtha Shakti Parashara.
Yes, exactly. Parasharatmajam Mande Sukhadatan Taponidhim, in that sense. Absolutely. So Naptri. So these shabdas, Dhartri also, you know, Dhartri will come in Dhartri, Kartri. These are all Shrotri in many Upanishads. You know, all this will come. Brihadaranyaka, Prashna.
Dhatri says Dhata Purvama Kalpayat.
Dhata will come a lot. Dhata, Purasta, Timuta, Hara, all that also will come in Purusha Suktam and Rudram, etc. And in Vishnu Sahasranama, Shanti Mantra, Dhyana Shloka, Dhata, that comes, right? What is the Dhyana Shloka? भूपादौ यस्य नाभिर यदस्मेव संदस्वोचि शांताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं. Some people will say vishwadharam gagana sadrisham meghavarnam shubhangam. So that also dharaka in that sense, dhartre. So those kinds of words will come. And drashtra, you see this drashtra, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, nahi drashtur drishte vipariplopo vidyate avinashita, all those will come. So these shabdas are common. Shrotra, shrotrasya shrotram, manaso manoyad, Kenopanishad. So those are often used in Bhashya Tika mantra, these shabdas. Drashtas,
that is Twashta Martanda Amshuman.
Hiranyagarbha Shishiraha, that Aditya Hridayam, right? Twashta Martanda Amshuman. Yes, exactly. So those shabdas come in so many different stotras, because in the sense that Bhagavan is the Jagat Karana, in that sense, in many different ways they will say it. Dhatra
so we
Vidhatra.
can say some of the words here are all, Tatastha Lakshana mostly.
Yes, you can say
but
that.
there is some kind of Kartritva and all that.
Yes, that will take us out of Vyakarana, but yes, you can say that. So there is some Kartritva. Doership is in these Trich Pratyaya is about doership mostly. So Dhatra, Brahmaji they have given for Dhatra, creator Brahmaji. Vidhatri, Ishvara they have given. So Dhatra, Vidhatra, Netra, politician. Nirmatra, नी उपसर्ग पूर्वक मांग माने धातु निर्मात्र दात्र देने वाला दाता एंड द्वेष्ट्र द्वेष करता हेटर स्तोत्र स्तुति करता प्रेजर ज्ञात्र जानने वाला नोअर ज्ञात्र वेरी कॉमन वर्ड इन उपनिषद्स भोक्तृ also खाने वाला उपभोग करता etc. There is one interesting sutra. Okay, we will see that sutra when we come to this kartri. Before that, aham pathami pataha lekaha grantaha bharaha. They have given all this in the sense because today we are also going to see karma vachya for the first time. First, okay, we will come to that also later. So pataha lekaha lekha patha is like whatever we are studying, class, etc. Lekh is like article, manuscript, publication, whatever. Grantha, book. Bojha, how do you translate bojha? There is one interesting word for bojha that I saw. You can say, what is this? You can say it is a burden, but there was another English word for bharaha, like the ones that you are carrying on the shoulders, etc. Like a load, maybe bharaha. बहुत भारी है वैसे ना something.
Heavy.
So what that the thing that is heavy is bharaha. The fact of being heavy also you can say, like the load that donkey carries, that is bharaha. And the burden that I am carrying, that also is bhara in that sense. Only one dhatu today, rudh dhatu, rona, to cry. Astu. Ka kartritra bhoktru kartrvat. So that we will see now, kartri shabda how it goes. Karta kartarau kartara in that sense. Patha bhara ramavat. So rama shabda. Pataha patau pataha. Lekaha lekau lekaha. अकारांत पुल्लिंग शब्द, सिंपल शब्द. कर्तृ शब्द के पूरे रूप स्मरण करो. देखो शब्द संख्या 5 will be right in the beginning. अस्तु. सुमंजय जी कृपया पठतु कर्तृ शब्द.
कर्ता कर्तारौ कर्तारः कर्तारं कर्तारौ कर्तृन् कर्त्रा कर्तृभ्यां कर्तृभिः कर्त्रे कर्तृभ्यां कर्तृभ्यः कर्तुः कर्तृभ्यां कर्तृभ्यः कर्तुः कर्त्रोः कर्तॄणां कर्तरि कर्त्रोः कर्तृषु हे कर्तः हे कर्तारौ हे कर्तारः.
बहु सम्यक् समीचीनम् अस्ति. कर्तॄणाम् एंड कर्तॄन् जैसे द्वितीया बहुवचनम एंड षष्ठी बहुवचनम is दीर्घ and सप्तमी बहुवचन is only ह्रस्व. कर्तृषु कर्तृभ्यः परंतु कर्तॄन् कर्तॄण in that sense. अस्तु. I have a question now. कर्तृ and पितृ both are rikaranta pullinga shabdas. They have given both are rikaranta pullinga. What is the difference? Can anyone spot the difference?
There's a vikarana happening of probably of an coming in. Karta, I mean an is getting, and then that becomes savarne dirgha. It becomes kartarah. I think so. I'm just guessing.
Yes, it is not savarne dirgha. That correct is that it is dirgha. So you mean in dvivachana and bahuvachana, right? In dvivachana and bahuvachana of prathama vibhakti, karta kartarau, but pita pitarau. It should be pitarau, right? Pitarau, pitaraha, but it is not. It is pitarau, pitaraha. Everything else will be the same. Kartaram, kartarau, katrun. Pitaram, pitarau, pitrun. So only the prathama and dvitiya you will find changes. Kartra, pitra. Kartribhyam, pitribhyam. Kartribhihi, pitribhihi. They are all same. Only these two, as you correctly said, there is a akara in the middle. There is a sutra for this. This is a favorite sutra of the in Bhashya and Tika. This small bit is alluded to. I don't think it is specifically said. Like for example in Kathopanishad, Pitaram well, not just in Kata, Pitaram, Upapasara, in that Taittiriya also, in different places, Pita Shabda will come. Pitaram, Pitaraha, in Tarpana also, Pitaraha, Pitru Tarpana. But Karta, etc., you will only say Kartaraha. This sutra is Aptrintrich, Swastra, Naptra, Neshtra, Tvashtra, Hotra, Potra, Prashastranam. I'll just find it. It is six, 4, 11. Up Trintrich, Swastra, Naptra, Neshtra, Tvashtra, Kshattra, Potra, Potra, Prashastranam. What this sutra says is in this all these shabdas, in these shabdas, it will go like the karta, you see, kartaro, tvashtaraha, swasaram. So that akara comes in these sutras, in these shabdas. Swasra, naptra, neshtra, most of these shabdas are what we are seeing today. In Abhyasa 26, when we see you see naptra, aptrintrich, swastra, naptra is here. Aptrintrich, swastra, naptra, neshtra, tvashtra is here. Dhatra, hotra, potra, prasha, netra is here. A lot of these shabdas they have given that sutra addresses. What it says is in all those shabdas that akara will come. So pitaraha is the normal way, but the trich pratyaya becomes dirgha. They have said in the English one line meaning. Trich pratyaya becomes dirgha in presence of pratyaya, that is also saranamastha. So tvashtra will be tvashtaraha. Kartru will be kartaraha. Kartarau, kartaraha in this sense. So that sutra, Aptrintra, Chvastra, Naptra, Neshtra, Tvashtra, Kshattra, Hotra, Potra, Prashastrana. This is the Mukhya Sutra. In terms of when we read Vedanta, the question will come. Why it is Pitaram? It came in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad about 1 month ago. The same question came. Pitaram was there. And then Kartaraha was also there. Why Karta and Pitaram? This question was asked by Swamiji. So, this is that sutra. To say this is different. Also important sutra. Probably one of the 50 or one of the 100 or whatever short list. If we make something, that will be one. Okay.
There should be a Kailasa version of Ashtadhyayi. I mean, Vedantic Ashtadhyayi.
Yes. Everybody has this idea, especially in our sessions, because I think what we are doing is we are seeing Vyakarana in terms of Vedanta, which is not normally done when we study Vyakarana. Vyakarana is often studied for the sake of Vyakarana. So for us, for all of us, this idea is coming into the head. What Vyakarana from the background of Vedanta should we know in that sense? Yes, maybe it will be helpful. अस्तु रुद्ध धातु के 10 कलाकार के लकारों के पूरे रूप स्मरण करो. रुद्ध धातु देखो धातु संख्या 30 30 163 धन्यवाद
163
धन्यवाद 163 सत्यम. ओके धन्यवाद. सुंदर जी के पे आप पढ़े तो रुद्र चारों लकारों में
रोदती रुदितः रुदन्ति रोदिषि रुदितः रुदिता रोदिनि रुदिवः रुदिवः लकार रुदितु रुदितां रुदन्तु रुदिहि रुदितं रुदिता रुदानि रुदावः रुदावः
रोदानी. उत्तम पुरुष एकवचन इज रोदानी. Is it given Rudani in the book? Rodan. Arodit.
आरोदीहि अथवा अरोधः अरोदीहि अथवा अरोधः अरुदितम् अरुदित अरुदम् अरुदिव अरुदिव
सत्यं विधिलिङ्ग् रुद्या
रुद्या रुद्यातां रुद्युः रुद्याः रुद्यातं रुद्यात रुद्या रुद्याव रुद्याप
सत्यं धन्यवादः सो अदर 6 lakaras they have given here रोदिष्यति रोदिष्यता रोदिष्यन्ति सर्वे रोदिष्यसि रोदिष्यतः रोदिष्यत रोदिष्यामि रोदिष्यावे रोदिष्यावा all that they have given maybe we can see this is for Rit of course what I have read now is for Rit Lut lakara so this form will take the effect of the Sankshipta Rupa they have given on page 143 right Lut lakara parasmaipada they have given so it will be they have given rodita roditaro roditaraha so roditasi roditastaha roditastha roditasmi roditasva roditasma Ashirling Rudyat so Rudyat Rudyastam Rudyuhu Rudyasuhu Rudyaha Rudyasam Rudyasta Rudyasam Rudyasva Rudyasma and Dring Lakara Arodishyat Arodishyatam Arodishyam Arodishyaha Arodishyatam Arodishyata Arodishyam Arodishyava Arodishyama this just when you have time you can go through the Sankshipta Rupa and try to put in different lakaras and different shabdas, different dhatus. But it is not most important in terms of Vedanta, but it is important to know how each dhatu gana will decline, at least to have a broad idea in the head, how each dhatu declines in which gana and which lakara.
So today we are in which gana?
Today we are in this Rudadi. Rud is Rudadi Gana, but we are also going to see Tudadi Gana. So that is coming later. Tudadibhyaha they have said.
But so the Rud declensions are in Tudadi Gana.
Sorry, no. So Rud, you see, this is given in 163. You know, is part of Adadi Gana actually. So Rud. But Rud is not part of Adadi Gana. Roditi. It will be like Tudadi Gana. Tudadi.
Runadhi, that one, right?
There? Runadhi.
There was another Udharana that was given in one of the partners. Runadhi.
That is Rudha. Like Rudhadi. Dirgha. That will be Runadhi. This Rudha, that is Rodha. Rud dhatu, that is roditi, that will only have O, right? That is Anadi, I guess, right? Rud becomes Rod, that will be like Bhadi, I guess, right? Because if you want to say Guru, we have to check this. Sorry. Second dhatu part है Rud is Adadi only अच्छा with guna so Rud is Adadi along with the guna that will become Rod so Rod will be just be Rod iti like how we saw Atti or Asti in that sense it is Roditi with guna so it is part of Adadi in the book they have given Adadi it is Adadi Rudha Rudhadi will have Runadhi so we are still in Rudh Dhatu is Adadi but we will see Tudadi we will not see Adadi today we are going to know about Tudadi okay Avantika ji कृपया पठतु lit lung lung अच्छा लुंग में दो लिट लुंग और लुंग पता तो क्या
लिट लुंग लुंग रुदोर रोद
हाँ रोदा
रुरुदतुहु रुरुदुहु
हाँ
रुरोदिथ
रोदिथ
रुरोदिथ
हाँ
रुरुदथुः रुरुद रुरोद
हाँ
रुरुदिव रुरुदिम
हाँ
then
लुंग
lung
हाँ रथा
arudат arudatam
हाँ
arudan
हाँ
arudah
हाँ
arudatam arudat
अरुदत
arudatam
हाँ
arudav
हाँ
arudam
सत्यं मध्यमपुरुषे बहुवचन अरुदत उत्तमपुरुषे एकवचन अरुदम नॉट अरुदत अरुदम लुंग में द्वितीय भी है so they have given a second also arodit arodishtam arodishu arodihi arodishtam arodishta arodisham arodishma arodishma but it is better to know this much only. These are not super common dhatus in terms of Vedanta, but it will come, like for example where are we going to see the dhatu ronika dhatu kidhar aata hai? People don't say oh this person cried in our bhashya tika, so it is not a common dhatu.
Purana also.
Puranas, yes. Puranas definitely will come, for sure. But in terms of Ashitika, not so much. Okay, so we have seen until here. Niyama 109. Shatam Navama. Shatam Navatam. Astu. सुमंजय जी कृपया पठतु नियम तुदादिभ्यः शः
तुदादिभ्यः शः तुदादि गण की धातुओं की विशेषता यह है कि धातु और प्रत्यय के बीच में वादी गण के तुल्य लगता है। वादी गण में धातु को गुण होता है, परंतु तुदादि गण में धातु को गुण सर्वथा नहीं होता है। देखो अभ्यास 5, 50, 51 जैसे लिखति, उदति, मिलति, क्षिपति, दिशति।
धन्यवाद। So the difference is this, you will see here it is lakara. अस्तु भादिगण लकार विकरण प्रत्यय अ अस्ति, so it will become bhavati. Sumanjay ji, another example of Bhadigana dhatu which is becoming this way, like who has become bhavati in that sense, or any other Bhadigana dhatu?
Vadigana dhatu who has become like that, this one. Then
Any other also, like any other dhatu that you remember, like
Drishyati.
No, it is pashyati. It is
Pashyati, sorry, pashyati.
Something
Pashyati.
simple. Pick something simple, just for everybody to keep on the head. Pat dhatu, I'll say first. Pat dhatu is one, right? Pat has become pathati.
Yes.
In that sense, another dhatu of Vadigana
Would be hasati.
Satyam, Asati. Sundarji, another dhatu of Vadigana
Padati.
Vadati. Avantika ji, another dhatu of Vadigana
Bhavati.
Bhavati, Satyam. So, what the difference, the point of Bhadigana is a Vikrana Pratyaya like that. So, Pat dhatu has become Pathati. Creed dhatu Creedati. Khad dhatu Khadati. So, A is the Vikrana Pratyaya. Parantu, Tudadi Gana mein bhi A is Vikrana Pratyaya. So, why should we even have two different धातुस? जैसे अदादिगण और जोहत्यादिगण दोनों में विकरण प्रत्यय नहीं है, लेकिन जोहत्यादिगण में द्वित्व, that is a लक्षण. So, जुहोति, आ धातु has become जुहोति, or like यज धातु. So, or for example, घ्रा धातु जिग्रति, बृहदारण्यक में आता है जिग्रति, और दा धातु देने का अर्थ में दा धातु ददाति. So, there is द्वित्व. So, there is meaning in making different ganas for Adadi and Johotyadi, even though Vikrana Pratyaya is the same, nothing. But here what is the point of Tudadi and Vadi? Both are A only. The thing is this. Then there is a dhatu which has ikara or ukara, in bhadigana it will get guna. So we had seen the idea of guna, right? In Abhyasa 25 we had seen guna. Quick summary of this guna we will see again. सुंदर जी भगवान कृपया वदतु अ अथवा आ गुण कौन सी है? अ. सुमंजय जी ई अथवा ई गुण कौन सी है? ए. अवंतिका जी उ अथवा उ गुण कौन सी है? ओ. मीनिंग ये है कि इफ देयर इज अ एंड उ, आद गुण में ओ हो जाएगा, अ और ई ए हो जाएगा. वैसे ई का गुण है ए. So in bhadigana likh dhatu, if it comes likh dhatu, or we'll take this, u ka guna o and e ka guna a. So if in bhadigana likh dhatu comes, it will become lekhati. That is what they have given here. One second.
Bhadigana is lekhati, not likati.
But it is not a bhadigana dhatu, it is a tudadigana dhatu. See, for example, तुदादिगण में धातु को गुण सर्वथा नहीं होता, परंतु वादिगण में धातु को गुण होता है. They have said. So, for example, अ के गुण है अ itself, right? अ के गुण अ ही है, तो पाठ धातु अ में है तो पाठती गुण होगा. अस धातु असति, परंतु भू धातु भावती. ओ अव has come. व is an indicator of O. That is the guna here. Or you can take some other dhatu.
So Bhadigana, who would have become O in our script.
So bhu dhatu will become bhavati in that sense. Guna ho jata hai. Or there is
Bhavati is still, how is O coming in?
You have to take, see when you take O, like U will become ava in that sense. Bho ati. Kim bhavati? That one sandhi was there, right? For va. Echoya vayavaha. O will become va. Right. There is a sandhi. Abhyasa 10. This is आद गुणः. एंग पदान्तादि. ये पहली है क्या? अभ्यास 11. गुरो ए. Ga has come. You see? Gurava. Because O is here, O became with guna, with Ichayavaha, O became Va. That Av. मतलब O becomes Av. जैसे भू धातु गुण के साथ U के गुण क्या है? We had seen, right? We just saw in Abhyasa 25. भू धातु here I picked here you see bhu dhatu u ke guna. What is u ke guna? O. So O will become va. Bho ati.
O will become.
You say echoya vayavaha. If you say guru plus a, what is it?
Gurave.
That va. So bhu plus guna will become bho plus ting pratyaya will become bhava. Guna will work in this form. That Echoyavayaha is not the best way of explaining this, but it is an example. Right? Like for example, E has become A in Guna. Guna of E is A and A will mean I. So Ni Dhatu, what do we say? Bring. If I say bring Jala, how do we say?
When you say A will become I.
No, Sundarji, answer this. If I say bring water, in Sanskrit?
Yeah. In Sanskrit, I will say Jalam Anaya.
But it is Ni Dhatu. Why do you say Anaya? That is the same rule. E has become A and A will be I according to H-O-A-Y-A-H. In Sanskrit, when you say guna and then it becomes into a word, that A will become I and O becomes A. So Bhu will become Bhavati, Ni will become Nayati in that sense. And your question was?
No. In that, when we just saw the table, in the table, the guna seems to indicate that E will become A, not I.
No, so according to A will become what? So you cannot say if E becomes A, Ne is okay. But in Vadigana there is an A, right? Vikarana Pratyaya A is there. And when you say A plus A, according to Vriddhi Reshi, I. Nayati. That is what they said, right? Guru plus A is Gurave. Hare plus A. Haraye. The A Vikarana Pratyaya along with the guna of E or U will make E or Ir. Ya or Va with halat. When we talk about guna, this is the way we take it. So when for example, Bhu Dhatu, if it were part of Tudadigana, it is not, right? It is part of Vadigana. If it was part of Tudadigana, Bhu Dhatu will be Bhuti. No guna. But in Vadigana there is guna. Vadigana में धातु को गुण होता है. तो अगर ऊ में अंत है तो व अव हो जाएगा. ई में अगर अंत है तो आय हो जाएगा. अ में अंत है तो अ ही रहेगा क्योंकि अ का गुण अ ई है. ई का गुण ए है तो ई हो गया आय. वैसे is this clear or some more examples we should take?
To me it is clear. It will need practice. I'm not intuitively thinking.
Yes, it takes time, Ji. It's not, it will take time. Guna topic is a little more advanced actually. When we talk about all this, that guna is sometimes a step up, so it takes time for sure. But others, any questions before we go on? Everyone?
I was just trying to think of the mechanism as in Ni, Jod, Tik. So that would have become first Ne. I mean, I'm just guessing. I don't know how that will happen, but Ne, then Ne se or Ne, and there would have an A that would have come because Dadi has a Vikarana process. Ne, Nae. So something like that from that Nae, and there would be some A that would have been supplied from somewhere because Nae, it is Ya Halanta. So that would again get a transformation. It would be Na Ya.
This is the heart. You see H-O-Y-A-Y. They have given. Nai plus A plus T. Halanta is there as you said. That becomes through H-O-Y-A-Y Sutra that will become Nayati. I think we have seen some example like this in H-O-Y-A-Y. Some weird example that time we thought. But this is the mechanism. The Halanta becomes non-Halanta through the sutra. When, of course, like when you say Nai plus Vikarana Pratyaya A, Halanta and Vikarana Pratyaya A, that will make it here. That is the mechanism. That is why Ni becomes Nayati. But if we are talking about Vadigana, if we are talking about Tudadigana, then this Ni Naya business will not happen. There is no guna. Ni means Niti. That is all. Ni dhatu Niti. But Vadigana धातुओं में गुण होता है. तो Ni becomes Nayati. You see? हाँ. जैसे yes. जैसे लिखती in Vadigana, सुंदर जी किम भवति? Lekhati. Good try, but that is the right mechanism. E has become A in Vadigana, if it were in Vadigana. Sumanja ji, Tudati, if it were in Vadigana, किम भवति?
That would be
Todati, Satyam. Avantika ji, Nilati agar Vadigana mein, if it was in Vadigana, or Tulati, किम भवति? Melati, Satyam. Exactly. See that guna will happen in Vadigana. Parantu ye sab sarve tudadigana dhatavah santi. So likhati will be likhati only. Tudati, milati, kshipati, dishati. Because it is all in tudadigana. This is the difference between Vadigana and tudadigana.
Given that most of the Shabda is in Bhavadigana,
Most
the
dhatus.
rule for Bhavadigana like this and kept the Tudadigana with all the guna before. Majority of the words are in the Bhavadigana.
But you know, when we start questioning the rules of language,
No, I'm not
we'll never get any.
I'm not guessing, I'm just saying majority of the words
It's
are in
true.
Bhavadigana.
Correct. Yes. There must be some reasoning, you know, that
I'm sure
bhavati, that echo yavayavaha has to act, right? So you are saying if Vadigana didn't have guna and Tudadigana had guna, but this word helps. I know what you're saying. Yes. But the language, any language, right? It is like that. Like, for example, even English, you say, why should the word be for? Why can't it be tar? Yeah, but it is for, right? It is just the way it is. That is the... Yes. There must be some reasoning why each gana. I am not aware of the reason. I will try to see. Even when we studied, the reasoning was never given. But we can see somewhere if there is some reasoning for why a certain gana is a certain way. Even though, as you rightly say, Vadigana is the majority. So why can't Vadigana just be as it is? And it's not, but it is. So you can see that somewhere. Maybe it is given.
Sorry.
To the likati, tudati, milati, kshipati, dishati. This is how Tudadigana dhatus will go. Bhadiganas धातु में गुण होता है, तुदादिगण में गुण। आज के एक और नए विषय हैं, टुडेस नूतन विषयम् अस्ति, एकम् अपि नूतन विषयम् अस्ति, कर्मवाच्य अपि च भाववाच्य. Until now we have seen कर्तृवाच्य. In कर्तृवाच्य, if I say रामः ग्रामं गच्छति, राम जाता, तो गच्छति प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचन राम के अनुसार होगा. रामः इज इन प्रथमा विभक्ति, ग्रामम इज इन द्वितीया विभक्ति. दिस इज कर्तृवाच्य. हाउ यू से, you cannot say it is active voice, but it is somewhat similar to it. Non-personal voice or something, you can say. Kartrivachya, kartari is kartrivachya, where you say prathama, karta will always be in prathama vibhakti, and the sentence will go around the karta. Karta is the center of this vachya. In karma vachya, karma will be the center. This is the difference. In kartrivachya, karta is in the center, karma vachya, karma is center. So the sentence revolves around the karma. Karma will be in prathama and karta will be in tritiya. In that sense, they will give all this. कर्ता में यहाँ पे फॉर एग्जाम्पल कर्म के अनुसार ही क्रिया का पुरुष वचन और लिंग होगा. वी विल रीड ऑल दिस नाउ. कर्ता के अनुसार कुछ नहीं. कर्मवाच्य में पहचान है, कर्ता में तृतीया, कर्म में प्रथमा. कर्म इज इन प्रथमा, परंतु इन कर्म कर्तृवाच्य कर्म इज इन द्वितीया. रामः ग्रामं गच्छति जैसे इन द्वितीया विभक्ति, बट इन कर्मवाच्य कर्म विल बी इन प्रथमा. ग्रामः ग्रामम इट विल बी.
So how would we write the same Ramada Gramam Gacchati in Karmavachya?
Ramena Gramam Gamyate.
Grama, right? Because
But Grama is Napumsakalinga.
oh, okay.
Grama, if it were Pullinga Shabda, you have to say with Visarga. But Grama is Napumsaka, so Grama. Or
Sorry, so now what are the sentences you said? Ramena?
Ramena is which vibhakti?
This is, we are talking about Karmavachya. Okay, Ramena is Tritiya.
Tritiya, that is what they have given here. कर्मवाच्य की पहचान है कर्ता में तृतीया. ग्राम is कर्ता, कर्ता में तृतीया. Then you said ग्रामम. In नपुंसकलिंग प्रथमा एकवचन ग्रामम, कर्म में प्रथमा. क्रिया कर्म के अनुसार. So kriya gam dhatu. Gam will be in terms of karma vacha. We will see why it is gamyate and not gachati in a second. When we reach the end of this niyama, that will be clear. So the example for bhav karma vacha is that Ramena Gragamyate in that
So
sense.
the gamyate is a bit like our sevate.
Exactly. It is exactly like sevate.
Like that.
It is exactly like it. सेवल धातु के तुल्य होंगे यहाँ पे भी. हाँ, so
when we say Ramena Gramam Gamyate, so this translation would be through Rama or by Rama.
By Rama.
By Rama.
The village has been gone to.
Village has been gone to.
English translations will not help.
Not great.
The point of this is that many people, many great sages of contemporary sages, contemporary Vedantic leaders, many of them, some of them speak specifically in Karma Vachya many times. Even nowadays, it is not an olden day concept, Karma Vachya. Even now, many times when some great Vedantis have to give public speeches in Sanskrit, sometimes they will speak in English.
Jagadguru does that.
Yes. So Karma Vachya is used even nowadays. People do speak in that way. It is not an old one.
I was just thinking, in the Gita Dhana Shloka, we have this thing. I mean, it comes as a Visheshana over there, but we can think of it that Vyasena Grathita Purana Munina. So Vyasena Grathita athava Vyasena Purana Munina cha Grathita Bhagavad Gita. That would become Vyasena Purana Munina cha Bhagavad Gita Grathyate. So
correct.
That would
yes, this may confuse everyone. The point is this, right? Vyasa is the karta. Bhagavan Vedavyasi was the karta. So Tritiya Ekavachana like Ramaha Ramena Vyasaha Vyasena Gratita in that sense. But yes, wonderful observation. This is how Karma Vachya will go. The Tritiya Bhakti will be in karta. This is a new concept. This we have not seen in Prarambhika. We have not seen until now in Rachananuvada also. We have finished 55 abhyasas in total. Prarambhik mein 30, Rachananuvada mein 25. 55 are over. This is a new concept that is coming. Bhava Vachya is also coming. This is another topic.
So would this be something like, if I was thinking about it, like where did you get this, how did you get this nice cupboard? Oh, I got this nice cupboard through my neighbor, for example.
Through my neighbor, this cupboard has been got.
Through
by
my
me.
Neighbor, this cupboard has been got.
In that sense, you can say.
I can see it like that.
Yes, but it is not. It doesn't make sense in terms of Karma Vachya and Bhava Vachya. It doesn't make so much sense to see it in English. But you are correct in the sense that passive voice prayoga is often used in English, and that will be something like Karma Vachya and Bhava Vachya.
Yeah, because in Sanskrit Banao, I'm just wondering how would I translate any Sanskrit Banao to a Karma Vachya?
Yes.
Because it won't intuitively go in that direction.
No, so in Sanskrit Banao, we don't have to use Karma Vachya. It will be too high level now. We can use it later. For now, in Sanskrit Banao, we can try to start with Karta Vachya only. And eventually, Karma Vachya can come. But the point is, the same sentence can be given in both. Most often, more often than not.
Sumanjay ji, Avantika ji, sorry to dumb it down like this. I'm just struggling with it.
No worries.
No, it's fine. I mean, I was enjoying because this whole thing, I always used to think of Karma Vachya as passive voice only. I mean, but now that it is being highlighted, I realize that it's not 100%. There is some difference. I mean, because it sounds very off.
Yes. You cannot say it is exactly passive voice, because if you did, then what would you call Bhava Vachya? Okay, so we have to come to Bhava Vachya, right? So, Kartri, Karma, and now the third is Bhava. So, in Kartri Vachya, Prathama Vibhakti Karta, Dvitiya Vibhakti Karma, right? In Karma Vachya, Karta, Tritiya Vibhakti, Karma, Prathama Vibhakti. Parantu, in Bhava Vachya, there is no Karma. Bhava Vachya mein Karma nahi hoga. There will not be any karma. Like, for example, we will see examples at the end of the niyama. we have seen 3 different parts of the niyama, so we'll just go in order. Huh?
Okay, so no, just because, karma in Vyakarna we mean object. It has got nothing to do with Kriya.
Yes, Kriya will be different. Like Rama Gramam Gacchati. Here, what is the karma?
Here, Gramam.
And Kriya?
And Kriya is Gacchati.
Yes, so this is the difference. Kriya Pada Gamdhatu.
Okay, so therefore, here we are saying that there will be no
Karma. That Dvitiya Vibhakti will not be there. Like, for example, it will just be Rama Gacchati. Kaha Gacchati? But here you can say Kaha Gacchati. Okay, we will come to that. That is given here. Okay. So Sundarji, Kripya Vajatu, Pathatu, Ka, Sanskrit mein, until here. Uthata. Yaha tak.
Right from the beginning, right? Sanskrit में. संस्कृत में 3 वाच्य होते हैं. कर्तृवाच्य, कर्मवाच्य और भाववाच्य. सकर्म का कर्म युक्त धातुओं के 2 वाच्यों के रूप होते हैं.
2 वाच्यों में रूप होते हैं.
2 वाच्यों में रूप होते हैं. कर्तृवाच्य और कर्मवाच्य. अकर्म का कर्म रहित धातुओं के रूप कर्तृवाच्य और भाववाच्य में ही होते हैं. कर्मवाच्य में नहीं. अकर्मक की साधारणतया पहचान यह है कि जिसमें किम का प्रश्न नहीं उठता.
नहीं होता का प्रश्न नहीं उठता. So this is the point of sakarmaka and akarmaka. So in one abhyasa we are getting a lot of new things. Tudadigana was new. Rududhatu was also new because it confused us with Rodh, that is Rudha, Dirgha. Then there is Karmavachya, Bhavavachya. Now there is a 4th new thing, Sakarmaka, Akarmaka. Sakarmaka Dhatu.
Sorry, just now you said that when we just say Ramaha Gacchati, it will raise that is the Bhavavachya.
Yes, yes.
Trigger the question.
No, Ramaha.
Putra,
Yes.
Putra, Kim, etc.
Exactly.
It should not raise.
No, so it will Bhavavachya. This is Sakarmaka and Akarmaka. This is not Bhava, Karma or Kartari. Kartru, Karma, Bhava is one type of classification.
Correct.
Sakarmaka, Akarmaka is a totally different classification. Sakarmaka, Karma Yukta Dhatu. So Sakarmaka and Akarmaka is for Dhatu. Kartru, Karma, Bhava is for Vachya, speech. But Sakarmaka and Akarmaka is for the Dhatu, for the Kriyapad. Like, यहाँ पे दिए हैं सकर्मक धातुओं के 2 वाच्य में रूप होते हैं, कर्तृवाच्य और कर्मवाच्य. क्या नहीं है इसमें?
कर्म नहीं.
हाँ नहीं. कर्तृवाच्य कर्मवाच्य सकर्मक में होगा. सो सकर्मक में क्या नहीं होगा?
कर्तृवाच्य कर्मवाच्य है तो फिर क्रियावाच्य नहीं होगा.
भाववाच्य.
भाववाच्य.
कर्तृवाच्य कर्मवाच्य भाववाच्य. So भाववाच्य will not happen with सकर्मक. And अकर्मक कर्म रहित धातुओं के रूप कर्तृवाच्य और भाववाच्य में ही होते हैं. तो कौन सी नहीं है? कर्मवाच्य नहीं है. This is the difference between sakarmaka and akarmaka. Another difference is there. Akarmaka की साधारणतया पहचान ये है कि जिसमें किम, किसको, क्या का प्रश्न नहीं उठता. So for example, स्वप धातु, रामः स्वपिति. किम स्वपिति? What is he sleeping? इसमें कुछ अर्थ है? नहीं है. किसको सो रहा है? क्या बोल सकते हैं? कुछ नहीं. क्या सो रहा है, किसको सो रहा है, ये सब नहीं बोल सकते. तो क्यों इज ओके, क्यों इज फाइन. किम, किसको, क्या, ये सब नहीं बोल सकते. यू कैन नॉट से वाई, वेयर, विथ व्हाट एटसेट्रा. इन दोज धातुस वेयर दैट क्वेश्चन इज मीनिंगलेस, दैट धातु इज कॉल्ड अकर्मक. हाँ, व्हाट इज द क्वेश्चन?
So I just observed, I mean that part, so the yukti that we would use for akarmaka would be that akarmaka is does not require any karma, does not have an apeksha of karma. So if that kind of a dhatu is to be used in karmavachya, the locus or rather the mukhya vastu will not be existing. So say suppose Ramena Ravana Hatah. Hatha है, suppose let us assume Hatha is akarmaka, then O Hatha that would be the question, because if it was akarmaka.
Satyam.
Also, I don't know what would be an example of akarmaka apart from Swapniti.
There is another example is commonly given. There is a good example. It is commonly given. There are chal dhatu. Chal dhatu is akarmaka. Chalanam. Gamanam is karmaka. Chalanam is akarmaka. Chalanam, you cannot say what is he chalanam. There is no meaning in that. What kisko chal raha hai? Kya matlab hai? There is no meaning. So there will be some dhatus where these questions don't have any meaning. That will be an akarmaka dhatu.
It has come in our brother and I heard Swamiji say Bhavarupa.
Bhavarupa, Bhavavachya. Yes, correct. So so Bhavarupa, yes, it can mean that, correct. So there will be some sentences where there is no karma. When you see a sentence where there is no karma, that is Bhavavachya.
In Madhurashtakam, that Vadanam, Madhuram, Chalanam, Madhuram, these all are Bhavacha?
But Gamanam Madhuram is also coming, right? In that? Gamanam Madhuram, Hasitam Madhuram. Has dhatu is not akarmaka. Has is sakarmaka.
I think it is Visheshana Visheshya Sambandha ji. I think.
In Madhuram. Madhurashtakam.
The Kriya is giving the Madhura Visheshana for all the Kriyas.
Yes. Yes. But there is no sentence. That is correct. It is not a Vachya at all. It is only saying that Madhuram Hasitam. Hasitam Madhuram. In that sense. But you can say, like, because you are saying about Rama, right? The Karta is Rama. So Ramena Hasitam Madhuram. In that sense, you'd have to say. But that is a good question. See, Hasitam Madhuram, the answer to your question, Avantika ji, is no. It is not all akarmaka. There are sakarmaka dhatus also, I think. Like, for example, this is one more thing that we see. When I say has dhatu, right? Has dhatu is akarmaka. That means, does that mean all dhatus in Madhurashtakam are akarmaka? Chalanam Madhuram, Hasitam Madhuram. Okay, we will have to see this.
You can ask also in that, why is he Madhura? But you can't ask, what is he Madhura?
Yeah, no, but not Madhura. The question here is Hassa. Dhatu you have to take. Madhuram is not the dhatu.
Yeah, so you can't say what is happy.
What is Hasitam? What is laughing?
I thought it Hasanam Madhuram, so it's not a Kriyapad.
But dhatu kya? Has is dhatu, right? Even if you say Hasanam, jaise Chalanam.
It is not Krudanta.
That's fine. But even if you say Chalanam, there is some action there, right? Chalanam artha hai chal. Chalanam dhatu. Like jaise Hasna, we say Hasne, right? Hasne dhatu. Jaise Hasna. Even if it does not have Kridanta. But your question was, are all the dhatus there akarmaka, correct? That was your question.
One more dhatu would know for sure.
Some other dhatu, Avantika ji from Madhurashtakam, I do not have in memory.
Nayanam, Hasitam, Madhuram,
Vadanam. Vadanam is sakarmak. Vadvaktayam, vachi. This is sakarmaka. So to answer the question, not all dhatus are akarmaka. This is the answer.
I think the way we can think of it is, Vallabhacharya ji is actually describing. So he's saying Krishnasya, Vadanam Madhuram Asti, Chalanam Madhuram Asti, that way. So that whole thing is in the Prathama Vibhakti. No requirement of a Karta over there. There is Karma over there.
No requirement of a karma over there. But if you say Krishnasya Madhuram, Krishnasya Hasitam Madhuram Asti, in that sense. Yes. There is no karma as such there. There is no Dvitiya Vibhakti Ekavachana, right? Or in because it is not karma vachya. If it was karma vachya, then you need something in Prathama Vibhakti for karma, which is not there. It is not, even if you take it as Kartri vachya, there is no Dvitiya Vibhakti there. So the karma is not there, because in Bhava vachya there is no karma anyway. In this sense you can eliminate.
And in Karma vachya will be Krishnena.
In karma vachya it will be Krishnena, Satyam.
it will be
Krishnena hastam. In Madhuramasti, in that sense. Through Krishna.
So
Krishnena.
when we say pushpam vikasati, so in that vikasati is the
Dhatu. Kriyapada. Satyam. Ting pratyaya hai na? If there is ting pratyaya, it will be kriyapada. Prathama purusha ekvachana. जैसे हसति, विकसति, पठति, गच्छति, खादति, तीन प्रत्यय अगर है तो you have to take as क्रियापद. धातु, that is. Okay. This niyama we have not finished. From here till here we have to see tomorrow. But this kind of niyama, this is a long niyama and it is new information. And there will also be this sarvadhatuke yak when we come here. This is something another piece of new information. So that we will have to see tomorrow when it is already 5:35.
So swap has a Vedantic context, as in again, obviously there is no kartritva in because that is sukti, so no kartritva even at a manasa or a vyavaharika level. So no kartritva, so no karma. I mean no question of karma. So it is akarmaka in a Vedantic sense also. I was trying to think. I know Panini Maharshi would not have thought that way, but just trying to think.
Yes. This is the thing, right? When we want to study Vyakarana for Vedanta's sake, but it may not always make sense to bring it together. Actually, when we started this, I was warned not to bring too much of a Vedantic context here by Swamiji, because in that sense we will veer off track in that sense. But your interdisciplinary approach to looking at why Swapiti is Vedantic is very helpful, but it may not be helpful in this context.
Yes.
Because Swap Dhatu is Akarmaka. This much is enough for Vyakarana for Vedanta.
Yes.
Astu. Any other questions?
I was only just thinking that to practice this Dhatu, we look at various words in the Gita and all that as we did.
Yes.
But is there like a workbook or something so we can just get familiar with using the Dhatu? Not much, just a few, except because the examples of the Sandhi, the exercises are very few. There are barely about 4 of it and they seem rather very obvious.
Yes. In Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi, there will be exercises that we will see through that book. Even in the Vyakhya, etc., exercises are there.
I was almost thinking of the lowest grade, number 1 level kind of, exercises book.
But in what sense? You are saying like...
just to keep practicing the sandhis. Now we are coming to the closure of the sandhi. Yes, we can keep looking at the text to identify, which is I think a good way to do it. Keep searching for it. I think maybe that is good enough. I was almost thinking that, when you say Echo Yavayava, you should immediately, it should strike you, this is what is happening, between these two letters. So that will come when you practice. The practice exercises are very few, but we don't have time also. So
no, we can. So what we can do, given that we have finished all sandhis, we have finished every sandhi in Rachana Anuvada Kaumudi, abhyasas. There are 10 sandhis given at the end. We can do maybe 2 hours next week or something, just sandhi and abhyasa for each. This is a possibility, so that more practice for each sandhi is done. And then there will be a workbook, we can put examples and each have our own copy and do it when possible. I'm sure there are workbooks. There are sandhi abhyasas are so much online, so many abhyasas you will find. Yes.
No, alternatively also your idea seems good to me. Apart from the 2 pages of the Gita and the Adhyasa Bhashya and this one we have seen, like we said from SV triple S,
yes,
were a bit easier.
Yes.
If you send a couple of pages before the 2-hour exercise,
sure,
then we can try and practice and identify those sandhis and then
sure,
come to the class.
Sounds good. I'll try to find something. But see, that sandhis are over. We will not have any more finding sandhi in Adhyasa Bhashya or Sarvavedanta or Bhagavad Gita as part of a normal abhyasa. You will have to do something special for that kind of.
Or that we can also do individually. I know what others feel. I'm just
We should. Sandhi Abhyas is always helpful, especially when we read Bhashya Tika. You have to know where to split and why that Sandhi is doing that action. Like there was a...
Now we are all splitting the words. I don't think we are having a problem with
No,
splitting.
but you know, there was a point on the Tippani in Brihadaranyaka 2 days ago
Correct.
where that and E were not joined.
Yeah. And also there was a correction where Swamiji
That
had
is the
taken a
thing.
particular interpretation.
Yes.
And
I've forgotten which word that
the
was.
word was, Swamiji took it as sannyasa. It was sun, nyaya something. It was, the word had to be broken as sun something
Yes.
rather than sannyasa.
See, there is one page number, if you want to check later, page 578. Tippani number 11. Karma tyageti bhavaha, it is said. But that should not be karma tyageti. It should be karma tyaga iti bhavaha. Even though and E through adgunaha will become A. But karma tyagaha, visarga lopa has already happened. When visarga lopa happens, adgunaha will not work. So there will be some special cases where this sandhi, that sandhi will not work. These things we can see through our exercises, but they are still little advanced for Rachana and Valkamani. What is the question?
Swamiji took that as karma tyaga iti only then, right?
Correct.
Or
Yes, because in Tippani it has been given karma tyageti. There is a correction. There is a misprint. It has been, sandhi karya has happened, but it shouldn't happen. Because karma tyagaha, that visarga will get lopa and iti will stay separate. If you want to see it, is page 578, Tippani number 11.
No, thank you. Look, I deeply appreciate it that we are already slowing you down. You are
No,
doing
that's okay, Ji. It is, yes, it's good if we know what is said, especially in these new concepts, because then later on it will be easier. So it's okay for now. Next week, after that, we may speed up.
I just have had a small question, and that is, karma is required in karma vachya and kartri vachya, at least in sakarmaka dhatu cases. For bhava vachya, if I want to convert a kartri vachya to the bhava vachya, do I have to delete the karma over there?
Yes, but it doesn't make sense, right? You will need the karma sometimes. So bhava vachya is not always possible. You will have to use the karma where it is absolutely required, in which case you cannot have a bhava vachya sentence for that. This will come tomorrow. So when we read the rest of the niyama, that example will come.
I will call you for 30 seconds after this.
Okay.
Just get to the about.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay.
Not on this topics.
ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ